Okay, I think everybody can now. If Anand can see it, I think everybody can see it now. So we now moving on to the measure phase of our Six Sigma. We have successfully completed define phase. So in terms of timelines, we are on time. We'll intend to complete the measure phase and start with the analyze phase by tomorrow. And that's what our agenda is. So I think we are on time. So I always keep buffer for question and answer. So we will be able to finish it on time today as well. So when we get into the measure phase, one very, very important thing which I want to tell all of you is that measure phase is right after the define phase. As we said that in the measure phase, we look at the data that we currently have to improve the problem that we're currently working on. And in the measure phase, we do a lot of activities to ensure that whatever measurement equipment that we have, these are good to go or not. Okay, we also prepare the data collection plan to ensure that whatever data that I have, who is maintaining that data, what is the frequency of that data. Okay, that's what we also look at in the measure phase. We also look at the process capability sort of way, that what is the current capability of my process. Okay, in the measure phase, we also look at the types of data that we have. So we will talk about those types of data as well. By the end of measure phase, we would be able to get into the analyze phase, wherein we have data for for all the different metrics that I have. Okay, I'll be able to conclude that this data is good to go for the analysis, and I'll be able to move next. So that's what we do in the measure phase. So let's quickly look at the agenda of measure phase. We will talk about what is the measure phase of Six Sigma. What is in measure phase? We basically looks at quite number of things. First is what to measure, that what all things we should be measuring. How to measure? We should also know that how are we going to measure it? Is there any specific technique that we have in place which would help me to measure it? Okay. Then we also have how to. Then we have to. We look at how to ensure what we have measured is correct or not. So this is another thing that we do. So basically, three things that we focus on: what to measure, how to measure, and how to ensure what we measured. So this is we will talk about in detail. Then we'll talk about the data collection plan, as I talked about. Types of data. What is sampling? We will be talking about what is sampling, why it is required. Different types of sampling. We'll talk about what is measurement system analysis, which talks about whether the data that I've collected is good to go or not. Then we have repeatability and reproducibility. We'll talk about it. We have process capability, DPMO, DPO, sigma value, CP, CPK. So we will talk about that as well. Okay, and then we will talk about the quick wins as well. Okay, so we will. So this is how we conclude the measure phase. Okay, in the analyze phase, we'll be talking about the remaining stuff. Where I will share the agenda one when the analyze phase comes in. But these are the things that we are going to focus on the measure phase. One question to all of you before we proceed further: have we got Minitab installed on our systems?
No.
Simar, I don't have the trial version. I have the version, but it does not open up outside Office.
You have the trial version, or
No,
you
I
have
have
the?
the registered version, but it only works on the Office intranet.
I'm sorry, there is some echo. Can I request people who are not speaking to put themselves on mute? Yes, Anand, you were saying something. I was not able to hear.
Yeah, I have a Minitab, the registered version installed on my system, but it only opens on Office intranet. So maybe I'll have to download a trial version.
Yes. So we can have the trial version installed. It's a 30-day trial version. So what I usually do is when I conduct the training, I talk about the Minitab, the hands-on exercises together. So first I cover the theory part, and then I conclude the Minitab together. So Bhanu is saying that trial version is ended. So I think you all can have the trial version on your office, on your PCs, on your personal laptops, and you can take the most out of it, because I think your office intranet will not work from home if you don't have that functionality. but I think you can install the trial version and use it for 30 days, and wherein you will be able to use the practice. So I would request to get the Minitab installed by tomorrow, the trial version on your system, because from tomorrow we will be starting with the Minitab. Today we'll be doing some of the theory concepts, but tomorrow we will definitely start with the Minitab. So
Simar, yeah, Ashwini here. So actually, I had my Minitab. I had already installed it, and the trial version had run out. So
okay.
can you suggest something there?
So I think I should now take help of Piyush. Piyush, can you hear me? Piyush, can you help us in installing the version on our laptops?
What I will do, I will upload it on WeTransfer. I think WeTransfer has been banned by the government now. Or maybe I will put it on. I have a cracked version of Minitab. I don't know whether it will work in all of other laptops or not, because how to crack it has been explained in that file itself.
Okay,
So I will share a Google Drive link towards the end of this lecture,
sure.
and then everyone can download it from there and can install it in their laptop.
Great. So while my discussion with Piyush, and he talked about that he knows a crack version, but I would recommend not to install it on your office systems. Please install it on your only on your PCs, wherein you would have access for Minitab for lifetime, wherein you don't have to rely on the trial version. So Piyush can share that link with you and the instructions wherein you can convert your trial version to your full version. Piyush, which version it should work on? Minitab 16 or 15?
I think I have the latest one, 19, I guess. 19
So you
is the
have
latest.
the you have the crack version on 19 or then 15, because I have the full version.
Just 19.
Okay, great.
Simarpreet, I also have installed a 19.
Okay, great. So Piyush can share it with all of us. Please take his help when he shares, and then by tomorrow I would request everybody to have the Minitab installed, because tomorrow I'll be doing some Minitab hands-on exercises, and I would ask you to share your screen and do it in front of me, which would help me to analyze whether we have understood it or not. So when I conduct the trainings, I want the hands-on from the participants also. It is not only that I have done it and you have understood it. I want you to try it on the call itself, so that you yourself becomes more confident. So that's what is a prerequisite for tomorrow. But for today, we are good.